there's an important meeting of the Congress Working Committee taking place here in the National Capital Region. We've got some images now coming in. Rahul Gandhi, I believe Sonia Gandhi also present over there. I think what would be interesting to know is who are the leaders who've not attended at a time when the Congress finds itself in so much problem in terms of its leaders. I spotted Ashok Gehlot, Sonia Gandhi over there as well, Rahul Gandhi, and a host of other senior Congress leaders. A question which needs to be asked, who's actually not there. Let's go across now to NDTV's Sunil Prabhu, who's been tracking this meeting. So Sunil, I believe there's going to be a Chintan Shivir of the Congress party to sort of look into all of the problems they've had of late, and this meeting comes before this. Are there any surprises on who has attended or who has chosen not to attend?
Well, there are no surprises. I think the meeting here is basically a base paper which needs to be given a go-ahead, and basically the basis for that brainstorming session that you're talking about in Udaipur, which happens this weekend. It's a make-or-break situation for the Congress party in terms of how they take on the BJP, especially with its Hindutva plank. And as you rightly pointed out, election after election since 2014, with this communal tinge that has taken place, the Congress has found itself in a miserable position, unable to really counter the BJP narrative. It's in that backdrop how they strengthen the organization, the fact that there has been really a top-down approach, and there needs to be a bottom approach in terms of the cadre, in terms of the organization. These are some of the issues which will now have to be addressed, and it's in that backdrop this meeting takes place.
And Sunil, there was all this talk of Prashant Kishore being a part of this. He's obviously not a part of this. Obviously, the plans which he'd suggested, the recommendations which he had suggested have been discounted by the Congress leadership. So what exactly do they intend to do? What exactly is the road ahead? Is there a path which they have selected? Do we know any details?
Well, Vishnu, just certain facts. Prashant Kishore was offered to join the Empowered Action Group of the Congress party ahead of the elections. He wasn't happy with that idea, and that is why he decided not to join. Some of his suggestions are not new suggestions, as was pointed out by the committee. Some have been there, and really it's just the way he presented it. Some of those, of course, will be implemented, will be taking it forward, as he himself pointed out in his tweet when denying the invitation of the Congress to join it, saying that transformational leadership is required in the Congress party, deep-rooted changes, and it's in that backdrop we'll now have to wait and see how that unfolds. But definitely, as I said, for the Congress, it's a make-or-break situation. If it has to be relevant in the 2024 elections, they need to make serious changes if they are going to be anywhere in the reckoning.
All right. Thanks very much, Sunil, for joining us.